Welcome back to another day, another video. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about one of our offer launches that we did probably about a year and a half ago at this point. We launched a low ticket digital product which did about 21K in about 21 days. And it was a $50 product. So I wanted to bring you guys some of the experiences, some of the lessons, and some of the ways that we went into actually launching this low ticket product, which at this point has sold hundreds and hundreds of times. We launched this product a year and a half ago, and now I think we have about 800 or 900 people who've ended up purchasing this digital product from us. So I wanted to talk about this and give you guys the strategy, so that way you guys can go out there and start selling more of your offers. Now, at any point in this video, if you guys are curious about the model we run, what we currently do, be sure to hit my channel. There's a pinned video over there that breaks down our entire 7-figure business model and what we've been doing for the last few years and how you can start deploying it in your own business today. So let's dive in. This is our juice box launch, which is a low ticket product that all was geared towards the complete beginner who wanted to learn how to optimize and monetize their social media. But we want to break this down and talk about how you can emulate this in your own business, whether you're doing this with an affiliate product, whether you're doing this as an offer of your own or a mixture of the two. So first things first is coming up with an idea. Building validation in the offer is key before you ever even start putting like pen to paper or start recording your videos or anything like that. And this is something that I really didn't understand when I first got into the online space. Is I'd build these courses, I'd build these programs, I'd build all these products, but I would never actually start building proof of concept and validation before I ever even launched the offer. I cannot count the number of courses that I recorded that never sold, or I couldn't even get people to sign up for free because I didn't actually build demand. I didn't actually identify if people wanted that thing before I ever even launched it. So with this specific example, this was coming off the tail end of launching one of our signature programs, Group Juice, which was really geared towards people who were already in online business but were struggling to get momentum. They were doing things like cold DMs and sales calls. So we launched a 4-day workshop showing people how to eliminate that piece but still sell their offers. But the prerequisite was you needed to have something to sell to join. So we needed to have something for the beginner. We needed to show people how to build the business so that way they could utilize what we had in Group Juice. So this was like our baby, hence the name Juice Box, a pun on having the whole juice and a little bit of juice. But we started building demand and like building proof of concept in the need for this offer in a few different ways, right? We were asking our private clients, we were asking paid communities, we were asking, in our content, hey, what are you currently struggling with in business? What are the moving parts that kind of intimidate you about building your brand, or looking at the missing pieces in other parts of our business that we were currently operating. And then we used the actual missing pieces and the gaps in our current offers to go and create this, if that makes sense. If you don't have a product of your own, if you're doing this as an affiliate, look at the common questions or the burning problems that are in that affiliate product or that product that you're an affiliate for. This is something that a lot of people tend to miss, especially in the earlier stages of business, is they just have this affiliate product and they're good to go. They don't really look at building an offer around the actual affiliate product itself. But I will say this is one thing that made me really stand out when I was doing a lot of the affiliate marketing was I would give people my 6-step fast track on top of all these affiliate products that I was selling. And that was my unique spin on the actual product. It was, this product is going to show you how to do step 1 through 5. And I'm going to show you step 5 through 10. I'm making and enhancing the actual experience of the product itself. And you can also look at, if you're a part of these affiliate programs, affiliate products, and you see a lot of the same questions being asked, you see a lot of the same problems, then that would be a very good angle for you to come in and add those types of things on your own. And then the product you're selling as an affiliate becomes a complete package. An example of that would be, say you're selling an affiliate product that shows somebody how to build their business, like setting up their systems or their funnels or whatever, but it doesn't really show how to actually create content or actually start getting exposure to those things that they just built. If you, as the affiliate, came in and you created the content creation side of it, and then you sold the affiliate product and gave them access to your thing, now what you're giving them becomes the complete package. And a lot of the times as affiliates, this can eliminate a lot of the competition because people will start seeking you out for specifically what you're providing and what's unique to you versus just everybody else that's selling the exact same thing. The better job that you can do at building demand or proof of concept or even conceptualization of what you're going to be covering inside of the offer itself, it's going to be feel for the offer, the actual document. We like to sell a lot of our offers through PDFs, documents, casual DMs. the content that you're going to be creating, the actual training that you're rolling out. Biggest thing, what's in demand, it's relevant, and you will have the option to bolt it onto X product to make it better if that's the route you're planning on going. Example, as an affiliate, bolt it onto any product that you're selling. We also knew that there was demand for this because it was for peak. We also knew that there was demand for this because we had a product that was catered to people who already had things to sell online. So we needed to have something that was for complete beginners. And then we bolted it onto our back-end product. So we were doing it for two different reasons. We wanted to launch a beginner training. We also wanted to make a pre-existing offer that we already had even better and make it relevant to a wider net of people. For this specific example, we usually convert most of our sales with Google Docs, PDFs. For this specific product, we didn't necessarily do a full-blown doc like we would with a higher priced item, because the intention for it wasn't necessarily to produce a bunch of cash flow, but we ended up selling about 100 spots. So it ended up pulling in a good chunk of change. But the ultimate goal wasn't to create a bunch of money. The objective was to build a pool of buyers that we could ascend into one of our products, Group Juice, make one of our core offers, Group Juice, a complete package, because now it encompassed advanced strategies as well as beginner strategies, as I've mentioned a couple times, to build an asset. We were intentionally going into launching this offer so that way we could have an evergreen asset that we could sell over and over again, which, as I've mentioned, has sold hundreds and hundreds of times at this point. But these were all things that we were thinking about in the beginning. Right? We wanted to encapsulate our energy so that way it would continue to work for us in the online space, right? Over time, we've worked with less and less beginners and more advanced people who are doing $5,000 to $10,000 a month online, who really want to scale their business without all the complex shit. But with that, we needed to have assets in place that would work for us. Because if we don't have these assets in place, or evergreen products or things that will help people at different stages of business, we're leaving a big piece out of the market, right? If we're only trying to optimize to work with people who are very advanced and we don't have anything for the beginners, then we're shooting ourselves in the foot, so to speak. So we compiled all the resources and research we already had first, right? We already knew the gaps we were going to be pulling on because we were running it off the tail end of a product that we already had, an offer we already had. We were just like looking at enhancing the experience. So we already had a lot of the resources. We already had a lot of the docs. We already had a lot of the trainings that we've ran in other areas or at other times in business. So we just respun them and turn them into new things. And don't sleep on the power of like assets you already have, right? Like the biggest thing to remember in this online space is if you have, let's say you've ran a free training talking about a really cool strategy you like in your business, and it didn't necessarily pop. Nobody went out and deployed it. Nobody watched it. How people perceive that information is going to be completely different if they actually paid for it. For example, this training right here, if I had this behind a paywall and I was actually giving this to some paid clients and walking them through the process of launching an offer, they would probably be more inclined to go out and apply that information versus if they're just watching it on a free YouTube video. Next, thinking about ascension prior, right? If you're thinking about making the offer at the end of the training, you have to like look at it from a 30,000 foot overview and really get clear on the ascension angle that you're going to use. So you can't necessarily try to ascend on the exact same information. So if we run a 5-day workshop showing you how to grow and monetize your group, and they spend 5 days with us and we build all these different things and we help them do all these things in business, the angle for ascension can't be, hey, do you want to grow your group more? Do you want to grow and monetize your group more, right? That's not a compelling enough angle. A lot of the times the biggest benefits would be or the biggest angles for ascension could either be the next step, right? The natural next problem that somebody's going to have. And I'm not saying to go out there and intentionally create problems in people's business, but if you look at evolution of business, people are going to naturally come into different problems in different stages of their brand, and giving them the next solution is a paid opportunity, right? So with this exact offer, we were showing them how to set up their business, set up their profiles, talk about different ways of monetization, how to create content, and all these different things. And now the next natural thing that we genuinely believe is the missing piece in a lot of people's business is groups. People need communities if they want long-term success. If you look at any other big creators, they all have groups, they all have communities. And that's how you actually transcend to have a lot of success, is if you end up building your own group. So that was a big angle for it, was, hey, do you want to, okay, we've showed you how to build all this stuff in your business, but we want to help you grow and monetize a group because that's going to give you the long-term security and actually make it a lot easier for you to actually start converting clients and sales based on all the tactics that we just gave you, right? So something a little bit different. As an example, right? Juicebox Ascension, the Ascension was group juice because the next step to have success on Facebook is a group, right? And that's everything we covered. This was in our entire program and product around building and monetizing groups. And you can always plant seeds and pre-sell on what's to come throughout the training, right? And I'm not saying sell somebody something and like instantly be like, hey, do you want to go buy this next thing from me? But if the reality is, if somebody has a good experience with you, if you deliver on what was promised, the chances of them wanting to come work with you closer, if you have support elements in there or you're giving them good information with the next thing, they're going to be very inclined to come and work with you and take you up on an upsell, right? If you help somebody generate a result in their business and then you offer them to work closer or take the next step with you, the chances of that is going to be really high because they already had that proof of concept built in their own business because you just helped them do something. So once we got clear on what we were covering, the nuances of the actual offer that we were planning on sending people on the back end, and we had all of it figured out, we hit the marketing hard, right? And we aren't the type of guys that are like super big on just constantly creating content about, hey, buy my thing, I have this product, go buy my product. But the reality is when you're in a promotion, you need to increase all of the opportunities that you can to get eyeballs on your offer, right? So we were posting content on our profiles, stories, TikToks, Facebook groups, everywhere. The only goal is to create as much attention and awareness around this thing that's to come and start pre-selling spots. So the biggest thing when it comes to the content creation is cycling through different pain points and solutions when you're in promotions. And this is something that we do very religiously. This is something that we've done with all of our offers. So we look at the offer as a whole and what you're actually going to be doing. The outcome for the consumer is what you're going to put inside of your content. But the biggest thing, especially if you're running a promotion for say 2, 3, 4 weeks, you're going to want to start cycling through all of the different outcomes for your actual customers, right? And the benefit to that is you're going to start tapping into different subsections of your audience because it's not so black and white. Not everybody in your audience is struggling with the exact same thing. They might be in different stages, different positions. Other parts of the actual business might be hung up on. So if your offer has 5 different pieces in it, then you're going to want to talk about all 5 of those things as many times as you can. So if, for example, if we did day 1 and then we created 3 pieces of content around day 1, and then 3 pieces of content around day 2, and then 3 pieces of content around day 3. That's a good real-time example of what this actual content strategy would look like. And I'm not just, hey, I have this 5-day thing and it's going to help you do this, right? Diving deeper into detail, what they're going to be doing, what's required, how much does this thing cost, right? Like unapologetically talking about this really kick-ass offer or this opportunity that you're putting out there because it can genuinely help somebody, right? So a couple dynamics for kicking off a promotion. You can do like an anchor post style, which is where you would write a very detailed written post. We've done this in our groups where we talk about everything that's to come in this actual offer opportunity. And then you can hit it at the top of your group and then you refeed the actual post that you wrote, or you do a live video. We prefer to do the live videos a lot. So we've done a lot of the lives, probably dozens of times. This is something we help a lot of our clients do as well. We like to call it the Cash Mullet Kickoff. And the reason that we prefer to do this is because it allows us to maintain high levels of goodwill on our audience while selling products at the same time. So a real-time example of this is we kick off an offer. We just did one this morning, actually, where we're talking about our brand new membership. We ran a free training about growing a group, right? Which then gets a lot of attention because it's this free thing. It's a free training, and it's meant to actually help people get results, right? I'm not saying mask what your offer or anything like that as this free thing, but then you casually start asking for invites, or you make an offer at the end of the video. Hey, if you enjoyed the training today or you would like some help deploying the information inside, we're actually planning this really cool thing over here. If you guys want to check that out, drop a hashtag me in the comments, right? But what this does is it allows you to refeed that actual training, right? So you can continuously feed the anchor post or the live video that you did, which then naturally gets exposure to your offer on the back end without constantly causing demand on your audience and being like, hey, I have this product, come buy it, which naturally burns people out, right? People are going to get sick of seeing that. So if you dive into it with this intention, you get a refeed and give to your audience, but also get exposure to your potential offers at the same exact time. More offers X 961. I don't know why I put that number, but that's just an example. You want to hit every angle to get your offer in front of people, right? If you're kicking off an offer or promotion, it's like literally you can't be bashful, right? Which kind of sounds contradictory to what I just said, but exhaust every opportunity that you have to get eyeballs on your offer, right? Previous customers, previous conversations, outreaches, emails, group posts, TikToks, like anywhere that you have attention, you want to start talking about it. Price increase, limited availability. This is a really cool pricing tactic that you can leverage. Now, obviously, I wouldn't be the type of marketer or somebody that's like utilizing fake scarcity. Everybody's seen them. You go to the countdown timer, like these bonuses expire in 8 minutes. And then if you refresh the page, the timer restarts. It's not what I'm talking about, right? Like it looks bad in a brand perspective, in my opinion, if you're like straight up lying to people about this. But these can be really powerful things to mix into any product launches. So a lot of the times what we'll end up doing and what we did specifically with this product is it was $50 to join us on the live workshop. And after the date that we kicked off day one, it went to $100. And that product actually stayed at $100 until we stopped selling it, which today I think it's probably has about 800 plus customers in this actual product itself. But this is a really good example of that, right? Like limited time, limited spots. If you're running a promotion or you're kicking off this brand new offer, give yourself a window to promote this product and hammer some deadlines, embed some deadlines, add or remove elements of support, additional trainings, pricing strategies. These are all really compelling angles to get people in your audience to move quickly. Now, the one thing I will say is be transparent, be honest with them, and stay hard fast to those deadlines and publicly announce them once you've kicked off the thing or once the spots are filled. Let people know. Talk about it. Hey, all 20 spots are gone. Better luck next time. And the reason that you're doing this is it will help you in the future promotions, future product launches, because people will start to understand and get acclimated with the fact that you're not just like doing the false marketing tactics like I talked about earlier. Now let's talk a little bit about delivery. There's a lot of different ways to deliver your products. We've literally done live workshops for everything that we've created pretty much at this point. So we prefer to pre-sell seats and then end up running live trainings inside of groups. And then we'll end up chopping those up and turn them into evergreen assets. But the cool part that you can end up doing for your actual public content once you kick off this promotion, once you start running these trainings or you start pivoting your attention to the people that paid you, you can just start talking about what you're fulfilling inside of your public content. So if I just started running a 5-day workshop about growing and monetizing your group, and I'm running these live trainings, I can then go start talking about all of the clients' takeaways. I can go start sharing their comments in my actual public content, which then naturally pre-sells the product itself, right? If I'm running this live workshop about growing and monetizing a group, and I ran this very aggressive promotion for 21 days, and then in my public content, I start talking about all these takeaways that people are having from this live workshop, it's pre-selling the actual offer. And the thing to think about as well is if you're doing these like on presentations, if you're doing these on live, ask for engagement, right? Ask for feedback, ask for things, right? Hey, if this makes sense, have them drop comments, have them interact with you, because then you can use that as fuel to actually sell the offer in the future. This example, as I mentioned, we did all the lives. We do all the lives. We do live workshops. We've done that with all of our offers. So we just went into it like a live video, right? But then we ended up chopping out the front and the back of the live video that just had the training, and then we turned that into an evergreen product and a course that we sold over and over again. Now, that's not to say you have to do live video if you don't like live videos. I would pre-sell spots before you start creating anything, whether you're going to do pre-recorded or lives. The easiest way that we have found to deliver a lot of our products is live pop-up groups. Create a Facebook group where you're hosting this 5-day live workshop. Start selling spots. People come into the group. You run the live trainings, and you literally just created a digital product by going live inside of a group. But you could also do that with like actual pre-recorded videos as well. Assets, as I mentioned, always be thinking about re-encapsulating the energy that you've put in. So that way you don't have to work continuously. You can work one time and it works for you over and over again. Chop up the live training you did, turn them into assets you can sell over and over again. Bolt them onto affiliate products, give them away as bonuses, etc. Sell as standalone products, build up your own pool of buyers. For example, if you ran a 5-day event talking about how to lose 20 pounds with keto and people start losing weight, roll it into a mentorship where people pay $50 a month to have access to your group, and you share weekly recipes that you're doing or weekly meal plans. You're literally just spinning it into an actual offer that makes you money. It also gives you the ability to have something that you can pull on at any given time. As I mentioned, this exact offer that I'm talking about today, we've sold hundreds of times, and it gave us something to instantly give people if they were beginners. If we're creating content about growing and monetizing or scaling your business to 7 figures, but we had people that are like, hey, I don't really know where to get started. We had this 5-day workshop that would help them start the correct way, but we did it one time. We recorded the trainings. It took us 3 weeks all in all to create the trainings and run the live workshops, promote it, and then we had something that we can pull on over and over again. And some means for asset creation. Now, the biggest things is if you're a brand new beginner, we're big on keeping things as simple as possible. As I mentioned, you can literally sell access to a group. Probably the easiest way, the quickest, least tech approach to actually getting a digital product out there. But we've also done things like Google Documents, ran trainings, ran Zoom trainings, and then put the links up on a Google Doc and sell access to a Google Doc. And that's a bit of a rundown of an actual offer launch that we did, where we turned a $50 product into about $21,000 in 21 days. If you guys have any questions, need clarification, or if I missed something in the actual process itself, don't hesitate to drop a comment. I'm more than happy to break down what we do and how we're actually doing this, and or specifically how this went with this project itself. Now, if at any point you want to learn about what we do or the business model that we operate and the model that we've been utilizing since 2021, which has done over $3.1 million in sales between us and our clients, go ahead and hit my channel, hit out the pinned video. It's titled Community Conversion System, and that breaks down everything that we're actually doing daily inside of our business. So that way you guys can really start simplifying the game of writing your own paychecks online.